Welcome to our countdown of the 6 most eerie encounters in movie theaters. These spine-chilling tales will make you think twice before your next movie night. From phantom projectionists to cursed film reels, we'll delve into the dark side of cinema, where the line between fiction and reality blurs. So, grab some popcorn, turn down the lights, and get ready to explore the haunted history of movie theaters. Imagine this. You're settling into your seat, the smell of popcorn heavy in the air, anticipation building for the film to begin. But high above you, in the projection booth of this old theater, something isn't quite right. Employees would often hear strange noises coming from the booth, footsteps echoing in the darkness, faint murmurs as if someone was up there talking to themselves. Now this wouldn't be so strange, except when they would go to check, the booth would be empty. Several times patrons swore they saw the projectionist enter the booth, the door closing behind them. But then, the movie would start, and no one would ever see the projectionist leave. It's like they just vanished into thin air. Local legend has it that the theater is haunted by a former projectionist, a man who met a tragic end while on the job. Picture this. The lights dim, the previews end, and the feature presentation begins. You glance around the theater, taking in the other moviegoers, when you notice something strange. In the row ahead of you, there's a figure shrouded in shadow. They sit perfectly still, an unsettling presence in the otherwise mostly empty theater. One of the most chilling accounts involves an entire row of patrons that seemingly materialized in the middle of a movie. But when the lights came on at the end, revealing the empty seats, the witnesses were left in stunned silence. Are these simply tricks of the mind, played on us by the darkness and the power of suggestion? Or is there something truly unsettling about these spectral moviegoers? Late one night, a lone projectionist worked the late shift, the only source of light in the cavernous theater coming from the projector. As he threaded up a film reel, he noticed something odd. The film kept rewinding itself, the celluloid whirring back and forth as if manipulated by an unseen hand. When he finally got the film to play, strange, distorted images flickered across the screen. Grotesque figures, faces contorted in silent screams, none of it part of the original film. Whispers of a cursed film reel spread among the staff, a tangible piece of celluloid imbued with something sinister. Was it a prank, a faulty reel, or something more? The answer, like the images themselves, remains a chilling mystery. In the echoing silence of an abandoned multiplex, a sound pierces the darkness. It's the unmistakable sound of a child crying, echoing through the empty hallways and theaters. Employees have reported hearing this chilling sound, often late at night when they were the only ones in the building. Some have described the sound as mournful, filled with a deep sadness that sends chills down their spines. Several workers have tried to track down the source of the crying, following the sound through the darkened corridors of the multiplex, but each time the crying would abruptly stop, leaving them alone in the oppressive silence, the feeling of dread clinging to them like a shroud. Local lore connects the crying to a child who went missing in the area decades ago, their disappearance shrouded in mystery. Imagine working late at night in a darkened theater, the only light coming from the projector casting long dancing shadows across the empty seats. Now imagine those shadows starting to move on their own, darting between the rows, disappearing around corners. That's what numerous employees have reported experiencing in theaters across the country. Shadowy figures, indistinct and fleeting, glimpsed in the periphery. They seem to vanish whenever someone tries to get a closer look, melting back into the darkness as if they were never there. One theater employee, driven to the brink by his repeated encounters with these shadows, ultimately quit his job. Are these shadows simply tricks of the light, or is there something more sinister lurking in the darkened corners of these theaters? In the world of theater, it's a long-held tradition to leave a single light burning on stage after everyone has gone home. This ghost light is meant to appease the spirits that some believe inhabit these spaces. But in one particular theater, the ghost light held a more sinister significance. Whenever the ghost light was extinguished, strange and unsettling events would plague the theater. Terrified by these occurrences, the theater staff made a decision. The ghost light would remain on, a beacon in the darkness, a silent agreement with whatever forces haunted the theater. To this day, the ghost light remains lit, an agreement with whatever forces haunted the theater. To this day, the ghost light remains lit, a constant reminder of the strange and eerie events that continue to plague this haunted theater. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these eerie tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling stories. Have you ever experienced something strange in a movie theater? A sudden chill, a fleeting shadow, the feeling of being watched? Let us know in the comments below. And the next time you settle into a darkened theater, remember these stories. You never know who or what might be watching the movie with you.